Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here from the Hermitcraft server where other hermits go to sleep, so I have a nice bright intro. How's it going? Hope you had a great week. I had a really good week. Productive. I was at it with Jeromos designing the number cards, all the number cards of the poker game. And I think we can start that today. We talk about the face cards later. And one of the big things with it is cards. I have a white ground, background. So how do we achieve that easily with blocks that are easily produced? Snow, obviously. So we need a proper snow farm. I wanted to have one anyways because, well, snow is good scaffolding block or whatever. You can break it fast, produce it easily in mass quantities and whatnot. It's never bad to have mass quantities of snow, right? And then when we're done with that, we can go to the creative part after we hammered out a crazy farm methods made like a while back. We are gonna hammer out map art. Let's see how many we can get done. It's gonna be pretty insane. Just as insane as the thumbnail of today, talking about map art and cards. Yeah, check it out. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, today's thumbnails, absolute masterpieces. Look at this glorious things, and that was quickly, drawn together, just sketched, right? And it looks absolutely beautiful. Posted over on the Hermitcraft Reddit. Real guy for real. Thank you so much, aka Dane. You can see it down here, right? So there's another one here, the king. Look at that. I love that art style. It is absolutely beautiful, man. Like for real. Check that out. The ace, which we used for the thumbnail, right? Wow. Just glorious. And look at that. Even provided the backside design idea for the cards, and it's just absolutely super cool. Man, I love everything about that. What do you guys think, man? Man, I need to hollow at the real guy for real. For real. We need to talk. I need to hook you up with Creo. I think we can work something out. That art design is just brilliant. I mean, come on now. Wow. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, man. That is amazing, isn't it? Like that art style. Wow. Man, now all I can think of, we need to somehow make this thing a reality and get this deck going. I need to talk to Dan. I need to see what Creo says. But this seems to get real. This inspired me, man. This is amazing. What do you guys think? I mean, come on. It really fits as well. I know, many of you are more in the adult, age range when it comes to, YouTube audience. And I think this art style is something that really is missing here and there, right? Sometimes everything is very manga style and comic-y, but this dark, artsy, cool style, man, I love that. What do you guys think, man? I really think I should pursue this. This is really cool. I don't know, man. That really, really awesome. Okay. I just love our artists. What can I say? This is such good stuff. Look at that, man. Quickly made, right? I could I could go on and on. Yeah. What also goes on and on though is our hopper line here. This is hooked up to our insane tree farm production chain here, where all the wood is then later stored down here. Right here we have all the different wood types. And it had this system that automatically produces shulker boxes. These are all shulker box loaders, right? When wood is loaded up, a new shulker box is needed. So we only have to refill here oak logs and shulker shells, and then the thing will detect. So to this line, I hooked up another branch that just goes over here, just from below, and we're going this way. And I'm making sure not to cover the witch farm that much or whatever, right? So we don't affect the rates too much. And then I'll stay over the bamboo farm here. And here we will build a super high powered snow farm that'll produce 265,000 snowballs per hour. Divide that by 4, then you end up with the number of snow blocks you can produce. Obviously all auto crafted and whatnot. really cool design. I showed a similar concept a while back, several seasons ago, but the concept got way more simplified and is really valid. And of course, can be scaled up and down, but the way I have it set up now is really efficient. So yeah, let me just build this thing and then I explain what's going on. It's really, really cool. One of, yeah, the crazy ideas method that. By now, everybody that uses high-powered snow farms uses that, but I never see anybody give methods credit for it. I am sure he was the first to ever use this concept. I will show you, but that's just how it goes. It's always hard with the credits, not saying people are doing it deliberately, but putting it out there, methods brainchild. Ain't she a beauty? A nice addition here to the insane. I don't even know what we what we can call this anymore. The block. I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, snow farm. 265,000 snowballs divided by 4, roughly 70,000 snow blocks an hour or something like that. So more than enough. And yeah, this concept I showed you 2-3 years ago is an idea by Methods. And it's pretty much having snow golems in boats and you bounce them back and forth. And they create snow layers. And yeah, the only way to get snowballs aside of a player doing it is blowing it up. So we got two TNT dupers sitting up here that are blowing up snow layers. Yeah, in Bedrock, there's actually the option to break snow with Ravagers, I think, and with pistons even. Yeah, the only way to do that in Java is using this. And yeah, it's really neat. The setup became simple. I showed you this concept, found by Methods, I don't know, like 2-3 years ago. And it was really complicated because of riding height of mobs. If we do F3B, you see this yellow line down there? It's kind of what the riding height is defined by now. And everything is more, yeah, uniform, I guess. But one result is, things sit in boats more proper. And before, when we did this farm design, we had to zero tick all these ice blocks up in the right moment to have the golems go back and forth, and it was really complicated. And now the actual mechanic of creating snow and blasting it up is super simple. It's just these bouncers here, right? Slime bouncers, right? And they shoot the golems back and forth. They're sliding over these blue ice bits and pieces here. And yeah, then regularly you drop TNT and that's it. No more raising anything or whatnot. And yeah, all the hoppers you see below is just for gathering stuff. And there's a modification to this farm too. So typically all these crafters here would be droppers, right? And you just harvest the snowballs and then you had to craft them. Well, now we can auto craft. And we could also switch that to snow layers or whatever, in the end if you wanted to, but snow blocks is what we want. So all these crafters here, I think it's 55 in total, will get the snow and immediately craft it into blocks. And then just below, we have a shulker loader array, our standard shulker loader array that is hooked up to our refill line here, producing more shulker boxes in case they run empty. And that's it. And now let's switch on the most anxiety-provoking farm you've probably seen ever. Alright, here we go. Lever flicked, and yeah, immediately you can see the snow golems going off left and right. And now you have the TNT dropping left and right. And it's perfectly timed so that the TNT on this side always explodes when the golems are here and vice versa. And then we blow up all the snow layers there, right? Perfectly timed. Yeah, and then tons of snowballs just fall onto the mud here, right? Like most of them get picked up. I mean, there are some spots in there that will have some left back, but immediately get blown up in case some items are not immediately picked up. Here you can see the pushers. It's a simple design. It's a butted piston pretty much, and here you have a string, right? And every time it looks weird, like it's, yeah, glitched visually, right? But actually the golems make it to here and touch the string, trigger the piston, and then get pushed back out with these slime launches. Looks a bit weird, just a visual glitch. They actually make it all the way to back here. Yeah, and then they get bounced, back and forth. And below, you can see right out of the crafters, there's snow blocks, popping out galore. It's like here you can see there's just a clock running and pulsing all the crafters quick, and all the hoppers just lead into the crafters. Then we have water streams, right? Everything ends up here. These slime blocks to clump stuff up a little bit and align at the same time, and then we just brush them over the hoppers for the standard stackable shulker loader like that, right? And then, in the end, stuff ends up down in these chests. So having a lot of snow blocks aside of us needing 30,000, I was just scoping out back there. You can see some Lightmatica trying to figure out where the maps will go. So yeah, it will be back there. And I just checked, we need about roughly 30,000, something like 20 shulker boxes full of snow, So I'll guess I'll produce them here real quick. Shouldn't take too long with this thing, maybe 20 minutes or so, I'm thinking. And then we should have this snow, and then I can start laying out the 128 by 128 map areas. I just don't want to, we can quickly switch it off. Turn the thing off. Right, when we turn off, they rest back over there again. We blast up rest of the snow. But you don't want to run this thing while not having it loaded, right? Obviously, like everything, when things move and TNT blows up, you'd rather want to be there. But yeah, back here, we gonna build the maps. And here's my platform. And the basic idea is this. 128 by 128, I'm gonna build 2 of these canvases. Because, well, obviously in a poker game, right, we have to do the black and the red cards. And there's certain elements that will always stay the same for certain cards. So it makes sense to have a black pattern that always will stay the same, and for the red cards a pattern that will always stay the same, and the rest I have to change. If I would only do one map side, then, I also have to change out black and red carpets, which we're gonna use. And that is one of the next things we need to produce. Thank God we have like a ton of string, and there's also wool we can buy. We need roughly 4,000-ish carpets or something like that. Black and red and gray. So should be alright, not too hard to get. First thing though, I'm gonna hang out here a little bit, AFKing, and again, snow blocks galore. I think I will also use snow blocks as helper blocks then in the future for building. So far I've been using dirt, then recently, aside of scaffolding of course, I was using glass. I like to use glass as scaffolding blocks, helper blocks, for the reason being it's one of the blocks you can break with your hand and make it vanish, because often that's a bit of a redstone tip here. Use glass for helper blocks, because often you have, stuff about over hoppers and things, and you might have hopper clocks with crucial item amounts and whatnot. And if you have helper blocks and later break them out, they fall down into your redstone and maybe land into your hoppers. So that's why I'm using glass often, because I can just, punch it with my fist and make it vanish, and rather quickly at it. So it's, just gonna be gone and not drop somewhere. So yeah, with that said, just love this design. It's just, so exciting. Using, no, please don't blow up, don't blow up, no. Alright, let me produce all that snow, and then I guess I'll start laying out the basic shape of the maps back there. Aha! I marked out the map. You can see maybe a faint white line all around this map. So this is the one for here. And I also have a second unfinished one. So we're gonna do red and black, right? 2 squares for the cards. 128 by 128. And I learned something about the maps. I never do anything with it. I have to read some things up, like how do you copy them? I think I know that. You can lock them too. That is, of course, important, right? We create the map, then we lock it, and then we can copy the locked map. And this way we can keep keep our maps and not have them updating again. But yeah, this is the way around here, right? And I have it laid out like that. This will be two standard map chunks right next to each other, and they're perfectly lined up. Though towards north, if we do F3 grid, you can see, right, it's always 8 chunks, these maps. And this one here, we have poking out one block over the chunks. It's because of shadow cast that happens with these maps. Oh, let's turn that all off again. So yeah, that's the one, and then the second map is over there, and that's where we need to get now to actually create a map. So let's see. Whoop. Yeah, I can see the faint white line around it. Okay, so that's lined up correctly too. Perfect. I didn't really check. There's a guardian, a drowned temple here. A guardian temple right away. So there's that. It doesn't even seem touched or looted. Maybe we should do something about that in the future, which will be a bit more tricky now if we have giant card maps here. But you know, we'll keep them, and we'll see. There's plenty of guardian temples out there, but I'm not really. I've never really done much with them in the past for quite some time. And yeah, talking about quite some time, I mean, yeah, now we'll be at it. Oh boy. Yeah, there will be lots of block placing. I have to find a good pattern. Normally, if I want to do big areas like that, and I guess we can tuck away the maps. I mean, there won't be much. We know they are lined up correctly, and then later we can update them when we have both of the white areas. Maybe, okay, 1 and 2, the map ID is also there. Yeah, that's good. So we know this is the first one we made. That's the one here. But we could name him. Probably, and also have to sleep regularly. It's good to have like strips like that, right? And then just come in. Oh wait, maybe a distance of like this. Yeah, and then we fill in the in-betweens. That's what I normally do with bigger areas. Just like that. Yeah. I think that should work. Alright. Yeah, lots of filling. 30,000 blocks or something to place. I got all the shulker boxes here. Ah yeah. Making good progress here. Look at that. One map is done, and this next one, have them right adjacent to each other, just like that. And yeah, they're leaping over into the next map section by one block here on the north side, as I mentioned before. Same for this one. It just looks better on the map. Yeah, with the shadow and light situation then. And yeah, made good progress here because yeah, Ren's back. And this morning, yeah, we're spending some time chatting a little bit together, and yeah, it's great to see Ren back. He spent some time with his family in the United States, and yeah, now he's back in action. Good to see. Already has great new plans, but yeah, check out his videos that are coming out now soon again. You know, to hear about that. He already started to stream again. That's good. It's always good when Ren comes back often on Thursday mornings and Wednesday mornings and so on. I'm in the grind, building these projects here on the server, and sometimes there's grindy bits like this here. And yeah, you know, Ren logging on in the mornings, I already missed it. So I'm glad he was back. And yeah, I'll just keep on filling in the snow blocks here. And I found the easiest way to do it is, you know, just make these segments here. 2 white gaps or 3 white gaps, and then I just go through like that, right? Fill them in real quick, and that gives you a nice feeling of progress and so on. And yeah, you can keep on rolling here like so. And yeah, when I'm done with this, then I need to grind together a bit of wool. I have a whole lot of string, you know, like tons of string, so probably we'll make wool out of that. We need a few colors, not too much, black and red mainly, and then I have a basic theme around the cards. But yeah, when we start designing them, we talk more. Let me finish this here. I think that's at least 3/4 done or so. Yeah, maybe a little bit over half here, 2/3 on the last patch, and then yeah, wool grinding time, and then yeah, testing out the maps. It's gonna look cool. Can't wait. All right. So here we can see the basic layout of our cards. And yeah, this design is heavily inspired, if not, yeah, taken one to one from the Hermitcraft Reddit. Had a nice post there. I'll put a link in the video description by Thought Rock 05. And you know, they hit the layout for all the cards, symbols. They use different colors and, you know, slide things a little bit different, but that's the basic idea. And yeah, holding it in our hand looks pretty good. I mean, obviously, you know, we will not have this dot of us walking around in the map when we use it, so it will be clean. But north is up. That's how maps are defined. You can see our little indicator there points up now too. So yeah, now we just need numbers and symbols. So top left corner there is a 10. And there's another 10 over there, and this 10 in the top left corner, which is northwestern corner, this is defined as up. So it needs to be readable from this side, right? You look at it from here. If you look at my hand, how I'm holding the map, top left, we need a readable 10. And then on the other side, flipped on the head. And the symbols, we're also going to orientate with the idea in mind that, yeah, up is north. Right, so when you hold the cards in your hand, it's nicely visible, and when they're on the table, it still should be nicely visible. So, yeah, that's that. And now I think I need to make a card that actually looks like a card. Right now, it's just this white plain thing with a few stripes on it. Oh yeah, the gray border around the cards. The red cards will also have the gray border, and what is black right now will also be red on the red cards. So the gray though is a consistent bit on both cards. So that's that. Okay, now I need some more black carpet, and then we can hammer out a number. All right, I'm done placing. Time for the big reveal, I say. You can see a little bit here already. So it's the 10 of clubs, right? So let's see how it turned out. I didn't look at the map yet. And ooh, okay. Right, let's walk all the way into the corner. So we update the 10 there. Ah, that is neat. Looking good. Let's make sure we were everywhere, like everything loaded in, and then I need to make a cartographer table and then lock this map. And then I need to test if I can copy locked maps, but I think I can. That not so experienced with maps, but yeah, I think we updated the whole lot. It's the middle and the numbers, yeah, nicely readable, right? If you hold it in your hand like that, the 10, very clear, and yeah, 10 symbols there as well. And then, you know, if you want to do the 8, we just chop 2 out at the top at the button, change the 10, and then boom, we have card 8 already. But yeah, I need to get myself a cartographer table and then try to lock and copy cards and play around with that mechanic a little bit. But yeah, this is looking good. Let's go all the way to the corner so we don't have the dot. And just leave the area pretty much like this. Okay, yeah, I like that. And there's also a bit of a 3D-ish effect to it. You see the small little gray shades towards south, downwards. It gives it a bit of a 3D effect. That is the shade that comes from the kind of carpets here. And it's the effect that happens like that if you do that on maps. That's why I have flat surface and then carpet gives this 3D-ish effect and things stand out nicely. It's really clean. Yep, nice, nice. I like it. Alright, let's try this out. I have a cartographer table here and some more maps. And a glass pane, I think, is what you need to lock a map, if I'm not mistaken. And then we should be able to do this and have our first card in the box, so to speak. I just want to do all the originals first, but for this one we're going to try out if you can copy a locked map or if you have to do it prior or what, how that works. Yeah, let's throw that in here. Okay. Then we would take our map. If we wanted to copy it, yeah, we could just, copy it like that. And if we want to lock it, yeah, now it's a locked map. Let's try that out. Can we copy a locked map? Yes, we can. And is it a copy of the... Yeah, it's a locked map. Okay, nice. Now, if we change this layout here, the map will not update. Pretty cool. Alright, and then I guess I'm gonna have some shulker boxes here, get things more organized. And I also need to name these. Then, yeah, and probably I want to use, when I name them, I want to use the lore functionality thing, so we can add some subtitles and such to it. But yeah, I'm thinking this is how we're going to run this. Okay, cool. So we can copy, we can do anything. Paper, compasses for more maps in case we need. We have the glass panes to lock for a bit. Okay, and oh yeah, I wanted to get me a bucket of water, right? With a bucket of water I should be able to clear carpet. That could be some sort of eraser almost, right? Help us here. Let's grab ourselves a bucket and some water. And then we can see if that actually works, and we can just flush away stuff. Because if we want to do the 8 now, pretty much what we would do is remove 2 of the clubs here, this one and this one on top, and then we have 8 on there. Okay, let's see. Let's do some water bucket clearage. Yeah. That will speed things up. Okay, then, yeah, let me make an 8 here. That is the next we can make with low effort. And then afterwards, 8. I think, oh, I guess to be careful now, not to wash out the borders here. And then we'll see. Okay, yeah, okay, let me clear this here. Nice, yeah, that's cool. That's fast. All right, let's get ourselves 8. Ta-da! Yeah, that was quick. That was like, I don't know, not even 10 minutes to flush that stuff and quickly change the 10s into 8s. Perfect. D8. And now we can do the 4 next, right? Obviously. Both we remove the 2 outer ones at the top and bottom of it. Then we have a 4. Right, that's really neat. And then we can do a 2 with the same pattern here too. Just removing stuff quickly with the water bucket. Alright, let's lock that bad boy, and then we have 2 cards made out of 52. Oh boy. Yeah, that's, no matter what, how I twist and turn this is definitely gonna be a grind. But this is a nice looking 8. Haha. And then when you're holding cards in your hand, right, you can hold your 2 cards when we play them together, you can hold them like that. Then it's really nice for the player to see what you get, and also for you guys as the audience. In the middle, right there, you see the community cards, right? So I think just from the visuals, this should be really nice. I like it's a classic card design, the classic clubs, really nice and recognizable, right? And for the aces, I will have a double size symbol in the middle. I think that will look cool too. And then for the face cards, I'm thinking what we should do, right? Looking at that now. We have a clear up and down defined, so we have the 10 on the 8 and whatever, the jack king on the corners. That's not going to change that pattern. And in the middle, we need symbolism, right? In the middle now, we could do the face cards. We could do a joker, we could do a king. And I would think for this set of cards, I think it should be goat themed stuff. You know, I really like the art style of the cards we saw in the beginning and in the thumbnail of this episode, right? Obviously, that cannot be achieved on this small scale. You see how, you know, the pixel relations here, right? When we hold the cards and then, I mean, that's it looks cool to have this playing card in the field, but we can only do so much. But here in the middle, we would need cool symbols. We need unified symbols. We have four colors, right? So they can be slightly different or should be slightly different to be recognizable, but we cannot go overboard. And if we do black cards, we need to stay in the black scaling shading, right? And then later when we see more of the red cards, we need to consider that too. So if you want to get involved, this is kind of the framework we've been working with. And yeah, just, you know, post on the Hermitcraft Reddit, on Twitter. I'll find it, I'll see it, and then we'll stitch something together that will look amazing in the end. And of course, these cards, like how these look now in game and whatnot, right? That is independent of whatever we're gonna do with the real life card decks. If we ever, make that happen, that will be a totally different beast. And again, like how they look, we can be, totally creatively free, right? But for Minecraft, I think this is cool. So, okay. So now we got the 8. What did I say I can do next? The 4. Yeah, just remove this, this, and this, and change those to 4s. And then, we have the 4s, and then we do the 2 by removing the rest, like removing this and that. And then we have these 2 in the middle, and have the 2 symbol. So, yeah, let me get to it. I'm going to make some more cards. All right, we got the 4 and the 2. Very nice. And yeah, now I need to do a complete clean sweep here, because now we're gonna do 7, 3, and 5, or 7, 5, and 3. And for the 7 setup, I need a row of 3 symbols in the middle, and then 2, 2 on the side. So I need to erase it all and build them further up a little bit and center them. And then we can do the 7, then we can remove 2, get the 5, and in the end the 3 as well, with a triple slot in the middle. Probably I should do the 3 first, actually, now thinking about it. Yeah, do the 3 first, 3, and then just add 3, 5, 7. That'll work too. Yep, let's do the 3. Alright, let's make ourselves a big ace. Nice. I love that, so cool. Oh man, okay, now we got like all the maps ready. Let's take that out of our hand, put that here. Okay, so we pretty much have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and then here's the 9. So 9, 10, and the ace in the offhand. Look at that. Looks really cool, in my opinion, the ace. It's just double size of the, emblem here of the clubs. And yeah, let's make sure to go all the way to here. And that pretty much completes us creating all the number cards for clubs. Wow, okay, that took some time. Oh man, there's gonna be more card making for me in the future, that's for sure. Now I want to go ahead. Oh, wait, we need to lock this one here before we forget. Let's quickly lock that. Put that in here. Boom, we got the ace too. Amazing. And yeah, now I'm going to go ahead to my anvils and name them all. And then we have the first set kind of complete, storing them in some shulker box inside my ender chest, I feel, because those things are precious. I don't really want to redo them again. I should never lose them. Alright, I guess, yeah, naming time. So we're just gonna do, we're gonna check, that's the ace. Then we just call it ace of clubs, AC, for now. Yeah. And later, we can then, put proper lore on that and so on when we copy the decks. And I'm also thinking I will put into the lore, you can put on the cards, I will then have something like saying deck 1 on and deck 2. That will probably make it easier for us later to make sure, if we have any issues with the system or something, to easily see if cards got mixed up or something like that. So I think that's quite important. Okay, let me name all these. All right, the whole set of clubs, and in the meantime, I also went ahead and made more cards. It's the spades here. So let's grab the ace of spades and let's say 6 of spades or so we can look at them too. On the same canvas. At the moment, I'm at 3 of spades here, so I'm going on the 3, 5, and so on. All these numbers, it's all kind of makes sense. You got to do it in a way that you save work. By now, I would do maybe 7 next by adding 2 more spades here, there, and there. So 4 in total. And then I would chop these top ones out to make the 5, right? And yeah, looking good. Spades, clearly recognizable as spades. I'm pretty pleased about that. So let me put that in here. And also this one back. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And yeah, then I got bored always doing the same, the black ones. So I started doing the red ones as well, actually. So here you go. We have an ace of heart and the, ace of diamonds here. And I think they also look really cool. Standard symbols, nicely recognizable. We played around a bit with using the Minecraft diamond for the design, but it just doesn't look too great on that relative small resolution we can work with here. Here in the back is the setup for the red cards. As you can see, right, we have the gray border as a consistent element, kind of tying the deck together, and then instead of red, black lining, we use the red for everything. I don't know, there's something cool about having these giant playing cards sitting around in your world. I just love it. All right, so let's take a little bit of a break. I will definitely keep on working on that during the stream on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we can push through one of those decks, at least finish the blacks, and then see how far we get. There is another thing I need to try. And that sounds really, really exciting, actually. So the other day, I had to get a message by HiveMind. Spectre writes me a message and says, "Hey, Doc, we find something really funny and awkward about, your space program, aka the breeze cannon here." So they said, so it turns out there is a connection between the size of the mob you want to shoot up and height. And I have a llama here. And they just said, "Doc, you should try it." All right, I will. We will, let me see, how did that work again? 1, 2, 3. Is the counter set? Oh no, we need to. Okay, let's do roughly 2 stacks. Roughly 2 stacks. And then we put the llama on there and see what happens. We did about 2 stacks last time and made it to, how high did we even go? I don't remember. It was pretty high, several 100,000 blocks, 300,000. So I wonder what will happen now with the llama. While this thing is charging, I installed a fun little gimmicky thing, and I actually saw that on Cup's channel. And I had a similar design I wanted to show, but now as Cup showed it, I think this is even better. This is a, proper launcher for the breeze charges, wind charges. It has 8 in total, so there's 4 here, and then there's a composter right there, full composter, and around that composter is 4 more dispensers with charges, so 8. And you stand on top of the composter with the pressure plate, right? And that is in case I run out of rockets or whatever, and I'm here, then I can just step into this, bro, and shoot me up here. That thing has kick. that shoots you up like 150 blocks or something. It feels, and yeah, now we're back up here, and it's a really fast way to get around, I'd say. So that works really cool, really nice design. If you want to see the details of it, make sure to check out Cup's last episode. One of the most underrated hermits, in my opinion, because Cup always does good stuff. All right, so here we pretty much, okay, there we grab the llama then, and then we put him on here, and then we see where we go for the end of the episode. Okay, one more stack to go. Okay, let me charge everything here, and then we see where this will take us. All right, let's check. We have, yeah, but 2 stacks in one. I guess that's fine. Let's align our charges. Good. Let's take the boat and ride it up there all the way into the corner. Let's mount the llama. All right. F3. Oh, we haven't tamed that llama yet. All right, that's something. All right, here we go. Ready to go to space. F3. And punching down. Yeah! All right. We're going. Let's see where this will lead to. Oh boy, it could turn out pretty bad. We're at 20,000 blocks already, and I am thinking I have a long journey ahead of me. Oh boy. Let's see how it goes. I heard we might end up a few million blocks high. So there's that. In the meantime, while we fly up into the sky, I can address the comment of the week. And it was by Dan. And they're saying, I'd 100% buy a Hermitcraft deck. And it was upvoted like 500 times. And there was dozens of comments like that. Everybody being super hyped about a Hermitcraft themed poker deck. And well, I guess we got to do it now. You know, these are these moments where I really enjoy. And I have the opportunity to maybe do some merch or something like that. Really pleased. Oh, we're falling already again. All right. So I guess to talk to Spec, they might have done something differently, that they ended up being launched like 2 million blocks with like 2 stacks. So yeah, got to talk to them again. That was definitely less than we achieved with the... Maybe it's because I didn't turn off the aligner. Yeah. I think I should have turned off the aligner to get full blast, eh? Did we do that last time? No, we just pushed him up and launched like that. I don't remember. Let me know how we did it last time. But that was definitely lower than expected. I was hoping we go a million blocks high. All right, we'll figure out what happened there. Still an epic launch. So far, this one pick, though, is still the master, and no entity ever went higher in the history of Hermitcraft server. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get these cards going. I'm gonna try to contact Creo and somehow figure it out. I mean, Beef clearly has some experience with how to do it. That's for sure. So it should be a thing, and it really looks like you guys are super hyped about it. We landed. Nice. And yeah, I'll try my best to make it a reality. And I also try to talk to Spec and see what they did with the llama, that they actually made it to 2 million blocks height. That would be interesting to see. And yeah, with that said, let me see if I can fly that llama back up again. Yeah, good takeoff. You have to fly straight, not do too steep angles. then you can almost take off from everywhere. I'm getting better at this. Alright, alright, alright. And now we somehow need to bring that llama back to up here. We did it! Wow! That actually was a perfect landing. I'm getting good at this. Alright, I'll experiment here again. Maybe, yeah, we have to use a little bit of a different configuration. But it seems the Hermitcraft and Goat Space program has not reached its limits yet. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'll try to hammer out the cards as quick as possible. If you have any suggestions and want to get involved with the card designs, tweet at me, Hermitcraft Reddit. I'll see it, I guarantee it. Alright, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, tell a friend. Bye!